Direct News TV. March 16, 2024. Russia says 2 killed in Ukrainian shelling and drones hit oil refine. Ukrainian shelling in the southern Russian city of Belgorod has killed 2 people and a drone attack caused a fire at a Russian oil refinery south of Moscow, officials have said, while Russian authorities claim to have thwarted a new attempt by saboteurs to cross the border. Saturday's attacks occurred as Russians entered the second day of voting in a presidential election that is all but certain to extend Vladimir Putin's rule by another 6 years. A man and a woman died in the attack, and 3 other people were wounded, Regional Governor Vyacheslav Gladkov said on the Telegram messaging app. It marks the latest exchange of long-range missiles and rocket fire in the Russia-Ukraine war. 5 people were also wounded when a Ukrainian drone hit a car in the village of Glotovo, some 2 kilometers, 1.25 miles, from the Ukrainian border, Gladkov said. Russia's Ministry of Defense also said Saturday that it had thwarted attempts by Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance groups to enter the country from Ukraine's Sumy region. That followed an armed incursion claimed by Ukraine-based Russian opponents of the Kremlin on Tuesday in the Belgorod and Kursk regions. The Russian Defense Ministry said that Moscow's military and security forces killed 30 fighters while thwarting the latest incursion. The Russian Volunteer Corps, one of the groups who claimed to have crossed the border on Tuesday, who say they are fighting for the freedom of the Ukrainian and Russian peoples, released a video on social media Saturday claiming to have captured 25 Russian soldiers. Cross-border attacks in the area have occurred sporadically since the war began and have been the subject of claims and counterclaims, as well as disinformation and propaganda. Ukrainian drone attacks. A Ukrainian drone attack caused a fire at a Russian oil refinery on Saturday that burned for hours before it was brought under control. Interfax news agency quoted the Emergencies Ministry as saying that open burning at the Suzran refinery had been halted, but measures were still underway to extinguish it completely. It was not clear how the fire would affect production at the plant, which has the capacity to process 8.5 million tons of crude oil a year, or 170,000 barrels per day. An attack on another refinery, Novokubishevsk, was thwarted on Saturday, the local governor said. Both plants are owned by Rosneft and located in the Samara region southeast of Moscow, some 800 kilometers, 500 miles, from the nearest Ukrainian-controlled territory. A Ukrainian drone also dropped an explosive close to a polling station in the Russian-annexed Zaporizhia region of Ukraine, Russian state news agency TASS said. No injuries or damage were reported. The attacks come a day after a Russian assault on the Ukrainian port city of Odessa killed at least 20 people. The ballistic missile attack blasted homes in the southern city on Friday, followed by a second missile that targeted first responders who arrived at the scene, officials said. More than 50 people are still in the hospital following the attacks, Odessa Deputy Mayor Svitlana Bedruha said on Saturday, according to Ukrainian state media. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky promised a just response to the attack in a video address on Friday evening. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.